Hello everybody and welcome to my 6th MotoGP 15 video, and it's nearly the end of the Moto3 season. It's going to be the Japanese Grand Prix at the Twin Ring Motegi next, but let's just quickly recap what has happened since the last episode where I finished 5th in Great Britain. Things have actually gone really poorly in fairness for my new demands. I finished 10th at Misano and 13th in Aragon. Misano I was destined to do well, but I ended up wearing my tyres out to the canvas and I fell off the bike on a way to a potential top 5, and at Aragon I just wasn't very quick at all. I fell off the bike one too many times and I could only muster a 13th position, which has had severe consequences for my hopes of beating the Husqvarna team in the constructors. But Danny Kent has a 68 point lead with the championship coming to a swift end very soon. Miguel Oliveira has a slim chance of overtaking him, but I wouldn't count on it. Quartararo 97 points back, the only other reasonably competitive rider this season. But then we've got Vasquez, Navarro, Isaac Vinales, my championship rival now. He's gained several points on me in the last 2 rounds, so I've got to overcome that. But I'm ahead of the likes of Brad Binder, Karl Haneke, Alexis Masbu, Enea Bastianini, John McPhee, Niccolo Antonelli, Locatelli, Fanati, Ono, Bagnaia and Loy. And then the Constructors' Championship, you can see Honda are going to win it without any shadow of a doubt. They have a 73 point lead ahead of KTM. Husqvarna 204 points back, and Mahindra another I think 18 points less well off in last place. But in Moto2, Sam Lowes, Tito Rabat, Johan Zarco and Alex Rins are the top 4. Speed Up and Calax the only constructors to have any points. Marc Marquez leads in MotoGP ahead of Lorenzo, Valentino Rossi and Andrea Dovizioso on the Ducati. Suzuki have their riders in 4th place in the constructors, but it's not really going to be their season whatsoever. But good news in the championship front. I have the great hopes of getting enough credits to afford a Moto2 bike next season, hopefully one of the better ones. But on level 28, which is also cool, but it's going to be a long hard grind to get my Mahindra back on top of the pecking order. But Twin Ring Motegi is one of my favourite tracks in this game, and we're going to give it our very best shot in the Far East. See you there, guys. And it's another pole position for the Irishman. I've beaten Danny Kent by just 0.05 of a second. Miguel Oliveira similar time. Quartararo, Navarro, Antonelli, Vinales, Vasquez and Masbu are the top 9. Haneke completes the top 10, and then the majority of riders have Hondas in the top 15, and we scroll down to the bottom to see everyone else. And no change in the weather forecast from qualifying to the race. It's absolutely spotlessly dry and beautifully sunny with 24 degrees in the air temperature and 42 degrees on track. But it's time to take my pole position. I'm wearing fancy new gloves and boots with my favourite colour, of course, and now the red lights have gone out and we're away on the red 75 machine. Danny Kent wants to win the championship here and now, and to do it he's going to give me a nudge down the inside, and the Britain leads the Japanese MotoGP. But I've maintained 2nd position with the likes of Quartararo and Oliveira ready to snap at my heels for position. And it's a good run down to turn number 3 here, braking late. I have to go to 1st gear, a little bit of tyre squeal. But we're going to hit the curbs a little bit. Quartararo, Navarro getting up to mischief. Braking again for the left sweeper. And I've got 4 riders on my tail with the Red Bull KTM of Oliveira being the first one. We're going to brake. Keep the inside line. There's Quartararo giving me a push. And I'm going to go wide here onto the grass. And away go some of the star riders like Antonelli and Quartararo, getting a bit of a push from the other Mark VDS bike. And we're going to use our favourite corner to gain a little bit of momentum back on Antonelli. And we remain in 1st gear for this right-hander. And that's a great pass on Antonelli. A little bit frisky on the grass again, but we're okay. Quartararo, the Frenchman, in 2nd place. I'm trying to get a look in, but great acceleration from the 2 riders ahead means that I have to consolidate my position. This is the slowest corner on the track. If you don't get it right, you have to go all the way down to 60 k's per hour. Antonelli nearly gave me a bit of a push, and this is the alternate start finish straight. No, it's just a sector for us on the bikes. but the crowd will enjoy this corner. It's probably the most exciting, most likely to have an overtake or a mistake. Antonelli around the outside, couldn't quite get his bike to grip, and the 23 remains in 5th place. Oliveira overtakes for second position, and this is my least favourite corner on the track, and you've seen there that's a blatant penalty, so we're going to rewind the session and try that again, see if I can do a little better. And actually the answer is not really, no, a little bit of inconsistency, but a wheel spin means I complete the lap, the first lap in 4th position. And Antonelli, Niccolo Antonelli down the inside, he's going to make it stick unless he blocks me off. No, he has done it. Great pass down to 80 kilometers an hour, trying to get the undercut. I was blocked fair and square. So 5th place is where I remain for the start of the second lap. Going for the outside line here, very risky. I commit very late into the corner, and when you're on a motorcycle you have to make it stick or else you're going to go wide. And now my championship rival Vinales is through, the lone Husqvarna soldier in the top 5 now, and I have to do something about this. And Sharpish braking now. Look at Vasquez and Navarro going to my outside. Vasquez is through, but Navarro not so fortunate, and Karl Haneke is now into 8th position. He's gone for my inside, and look at this for a sweep, flat out. Oh, it's brilliant. It could be all 3 of them. It is wonderful overtaking move. I'm back into 4th position out of adversity there, and we now have to survive the remaining 3.5 laps in this position if I'm going to maximize my objective for the day. Time for some fast forward action. Remaining stable in 4th place. The riders ahead are too far ahead for me to catch, doing much better through the corner that time, and of course everyone else behind me a fair distance. Actually I didn't get to see how far back they are, but I'm gaining as best I can on 2nd and 3rd. I'd love a podium in Japan. That would be excellent news for me and my nearly a second ahead of Isaac Vinales. That's not really what I want. I need to beat Vinales by more. But Quartararo and Oliveira are just dueling and not losing too much time on each other. And now we are ready to complete lap 3 and head into lap 4. And the other riders are catching quick. That's Vasquez going wide on the Leopard bike, so he could have lost position. I think he has, but another not so great entry into the final chicane, and it doesn't seem to have bothered me too much. I'm about 2 seconds behind with Kent Quartararo and Oliveira. It's confirmed 1.999 seconds, but I've retained my gap over the chasing pack behind. I want to keep that as big as I can. I've gained in sector 1. There's my favourite corner now in the fast forward, but I'm not really catching up to the 2 podium holders, but they have to catch Danny Kent themselves, so they have to compromise. If Danny Kent wins, he is the world Moto3 champion, and this is the final lap. Will we have any last lap drama? It seems not to be. I've continued the fast forward, braking for turns 3, 4 now, very nicely taken. Braking for turn 5 in normal mode, and Oliveira's 2 seconds clear, and the 2 young guns just battling away. They want to swap positions and at least consolidate themselves, and that's a little bit of a mistake, not getting to 4th gear quick enough. And I sense those dangerous arrows behind to indicate Vasquez, who's just 3/10 of a second behind. Just taking the corner as best I can there, and this is the slower section before the long back straight. First gear, nearly 60 kilometers an hour, like the hairpin coming up, and you can see the nice parked motorhomes and all that up there, and the buses to your right. Braking now, going all the way down to low revs, and that's a good exit from the corner actually. And the fans are sensing the conclusion of the race, and they are looking forward to what the other riders in the Premier classes can do. But now I just need to survive this braking zone, and I'm all clear. Oh, that's another big dive down the outside for Vasquez, and it's not going to pay off. He's got to get me here or he's all done. I'm going to play it safe, hitting the apex once and then again on the right hand side. There you go, that's all I need. Down the back straight we go. The Danny Kent Leopard team celebrate the world title. Quartararo and Oliveira, we're pretty much neck and neck there, and I take 4th place on the 75. great result, just what I needed to potentially get payback on Vinales in the championship. Danny Kent wins by 1 second ahead from Quartararo and Oliveira. Vasquez, Haneca, Vinales, Navarro, Binder, Bastianini, Antonelli, Masbu, Fanati, John McPhee and Ono, the hometown hero, complete the top 15. And there were no real problems for the other riders. It was just a matter of how quick or slow they were. No falls, no retirements, no mechanical failures. But there's Danny Kent confirming his championship victory. He's 77 points clear. Quartararo, Vasquez, Navarro and Vinales are all ahead of me. I have about 14 points deficit on the Husqvarna, so we have every chance of overhauling him with Phillip Island, Sepang and Valencia all to come. Honda, of course, will win the Constructors' Championship, but Danny Kent is the World Riders' Champion for Moto3. That's great for him. He really should have done it earlier, in my opinion, but his perfect season was lost at Indianapolis and all that, thanks to me and a few other riders. So there you go, nice level 30 ranking, and we're going to check out our all-important credit and fan totals. It's 119,000 fans for me and 230,000 credits. Not enough for Moto3 or for Moto2 bikes, but 4th place will definitely mean Moto2 teams will be interested in signing me up for next season. That's all that there is to say, and we'll head back to the motorhome.
And they both have what it takes to aim even higher.
And with that brings to a conclusion the MotoGP of Japan and also the Moto3 Championship. Danny Kent absolutely dominant throughout the season. He's a worthy winner with everybody else standing in his wake. The Tribe of Own H5 has a few complimentary words, including the website saying I'll triumph as champion one day, they hope, as well as Ifran Vasquez having a great time on the track dueling with me. And let's just update the standings of the other categories. Marc Marquez remains leader ahead of Lorenzo and Rossi, no real changes. Sam Lowes is almost on his way to the world title in Moto2. Tito Rabat and Johan Zarco, the only real threats to his title and speed up, are ahead of Calax by 7 points. Then as you saw, Danny Kent has a 77 point lead with 75 points to play for. Therefore he is the undisputed winner of the series for 2015. And just 3 races to go. It's Phillip Island, Sepang and Valencia, so we're going to rejoin the season at the very last race. There's nothing really much to play for unless I can take points out of Vinales and his Husqvarna team. That's really about it. There are no championships to be won, but it should be a great race, as Valencia is one of the shorter tracks, and entertainment is usually a guarantee in the Spanish city. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you for the season finale. Bye everybody.